What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing Batman Arkham Knight, the trilogy, the end of the trilogy. Here we are. I've already reviewed Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I'm going to be doing Arkham Knight just to finish off this trilogy, and then I will do Arkham Origins at some point. Also, make sure you guys have watched Wednesday's video. I talked about everything wrong with Arkham Asylum. I want to see if that's going to be like a thing that I can do on these games going forward. So if you guys haven't watched that, if you guys are interested in that, make sure you check that out so I can do future videos. Also, next week we got videos for you. Tuesday and Thursday we'll be talking a little bit about the Game Awards, and then maybe another like kind of random video, another like topic discussion for Arkham. And then the week after that is the Game Awards week. We're gonna have loads of videos leading into that day, into that Thursday. So tons of Batman videos coming, with the hopes that if there is a God, we will get an Arkham announcement on the Game Awards day. But Arkham Knight for right now. Again, I've already reviewed Arkham Asylum and City, and Knight, oh boy, obviously it's the most polarizing. Obviously it's the one that has, in my mind, well, here's where I stand with this game. I think this game is the most fun of all three. I think in terms of the strengths, I've seen people say it in the past, and whoever said that really should get a medal. I just can't find that person. Every game has its own unique strength, and Arkham Knight is the gameplay. The gameplay of Arkham Knight is phenomenal. You do not feel more like Batman in any other Batman game besides Knight. Knight is number one, where you really, I think, you feel like Batman. Now, does it have the problem of like just kind of being really, really big, and you never really feel like you're in the most danger in the world, right? Because you can always kind of escape it. Yeah, it's got that aspect of it, but I don't think you feel more powerful as Batman in any other game. And every game kind of scales you, right? Where you get more gadgets, you get more skills, you get more powerful as the game goes on. Even in the beginning of this game, I feel like you're one of the more powerful versions of Batman that you've ever been. I really do feel that. So when it comes to the gameplay of Arkham Knight, I really don't think it gets, I think it gets better. I was going to say I don't think it gets much better. In terms of what we have out right now, of all the Batman games, it doesn't get better. In terms of what I expect from like the Warner Bros, like the next Arkham game, I mean, yeah, obviously I would like to see it take even more gameplay steps. Visually, the game looks absolutely amazing. I think it still holds up now. The universe, like the world, the open world that you can finally traverse throughout all of this city is so awesome. I think again, like the gliding mechanics and just traversal in general is amazing. The Batmobile, while yes, the Bat tank is terrible in a way, and I will talk about that. Actually driving your car basically throughout the city is so much fun. So everything about the game's feel is amazing. I love the side villains. I love the side villain wheel. I think that's an amazing addition. I think they need to do more of that. A lot of things that you can learn from this game, which we talked about for the next game, for the Warner Bros. And I get that they're not the same ones who made it, but still. So those things, having those side villains, having Joker in the game, I'd say is a positive. I don't like necessarily how they did it. I don't like that he took away from Scarecrow, and you could say, well, that's Batman's mind. It's not Joker. I will call him Joker and have it be like him as the villain for the purpose of this review, just to get that out there now. But I like Scarecrow. I love, actually, Scarecrow. I love his design. I love some of the stuff he did. The Arkham Knight, pretty much everything with the Arkham Knight was not good. I'll start by there. I'm trying to go through all of the positives first. There's a lot to like in this game. Again, you never feel more like Batman than in this game. The gameplay, all that kind of stuff, the visuals, having more villains, making it feel like this city has stuff going on, even though there's nobody in it, still having villains be going around doing stuff in the city, really, really good. I really, really like that, making it feel like Batman has his hands full. There's a lot to like about this game. However, for all the good, there are a lot of bad. Now, when I played this game originally, I played it when it came out. I believe it came out June 25th. My birthday is June 28th, so I was playing this leading to my birthday. I played this game for like 15 hours over like the first 2 days. I played this game all day the day it came out and like all day the next day. And I loved it. I think at the time I probably would have told you it was my favorite Arkham game, but that's hindsight now being 2020, I can look at it and say, well, there's these problems. So let's go over some of the negatives. Again, Joker coming back is a pro in my book. Also, there are some negatives there. He takes away from the other villains in this game. He takes away from Scarecrow. Scarecrow gets regulated to doing nothing. He just gets pushed completely off around halfway through the game. Once he does his stuff with like Barbara, it's just over. Pretty much, he's just gone for for like the second half of the game until he comes back at the end. Yeah, he's in a little bit. I'm not saying he's not, and you can hear his voice like over the speakers and stuff, but for the most part, he's gone, and I think that's a huge wasted opportunity for him. The Arkham Knight, I mean, Jesus, what they did with him just isn't good enough. They needed to tell an original story. They said they were going to tell an original story, and they didn't. The whole Joker, Jason Todd stuff, like walking you through what happened with that was awesome, by the way. And again, a lot of really cool moments like that. Easter eggs, fighting bosses or seeing villains that you hadn't seen in quite some time or you had never seen before in an Arkham game. All very, very strong. I guess if you were to look at that from a negative point of view, it's that maybe they just didn't do enough with them. Maybe they didn't have enough villains. Stuff that I do think they can just add and keep expanding on for future games. So I'm not necessarily all that upset for that one. My biggest gripes on this is kind of what everybody's is that, well, one, the whole, Scarecrow kind of gets pushed off. I'm not mad at the ending. I'm not mad at the whole Joker taking over Batman. The Riddler stuff really became crazy here. The whole Riddler, the underground racing tracks that he was doing is laughable, is literally laughable. I actually didn't mind them, but some of them were very, very bad, got on my nerves, very, very annoying, got me very upset, and also just makes zero sense. Like, again, I've talked about in the past, like, is he just down there with, like, a hammer for years, decades, just banging away at the tunnel system to get this ready? Because it makes no sense why he would want to do that. So the whole Riddler stuff, just absolutely pointless. Oh, I liked the fact that you could play basically as different people, that they tried to make tag teaming a thing in this game. There was something to like about that. I didn't like Penguin. I didn't like Two-Face. I liked what they did. Like, I liked making them unique in their own kind of villain side quest thing, but I just felt like they kind of had the most generic stuff going on in terms of the side villain. Beyond that, it's really the Arkham Knight is the main problem with this, and it's really the Bat Tank, right? I feel like that's a big problem. The Bat Tank, what is there to say that hasn't already been said? Here's what I will say. Here's my bold thing. I didn't hate it. In fact, I didn't not even not like it. I thought it was okay. Would I want to see it back? Absolutely not. But I didn't think the Bat Tank was the worst thing in the world. It had a combat. Here's the best way I can maybe describe it. It had a combat that had no place in this game. It had, like, the way you played it made no sense that it should have been in this game. But for what it was, I kind of liked it. Like, I liked the whole dodging and the whole locking on and that you could upgrade different parts of it. Like, some of that was kind of fun. But, like, in a cheesy, somewhat bad way. I don't really know. Like, I'm trying to defend myself, but I don't want you guys to, like, destroy me. Like, I get the hate for it. And I think the biggest thing I can say for it is it just felt super misplaced in this game. Like, it didn't belong in this game. It didn't fit with the rest of this game. But I do understand the problems with, obviously, that. And again, like, the unoriginality of the Arkham Knight stuff, it really shouldn't have been there. The day-night stuff, the fact that there wasn't a day, the fact that all of this takes place in one night. You can take out like 12 different villains. You take care of the main quest of Scarecrow, of Arkham Knight, that whole thing in one night. Batman is probably more powerful than Santa Claus. I'm just going to say that now. And I get we're getting close to Christmas. I get that's going to do something to me in terms of the naughty nice list, but I have to say it. It just doesn't work. They need to find a more clever way of doing it. Same thing with clearing the streets. Come on. Was this the most believable way that, like, he's going to flood the city with fear toxin, you got to get everybody out? Like, it made sense. It was maybe the most organic way to do it out of all the games, but it just, like, I don't know. I kind of want a city filled with people. I get that would be challenging. I get that, like, Spider-Man, there's reasons why Spider-Man worked because of that. Because, like, that's just the kind of game and kind of hero Spider-Man is. Batman doesn't do well walking down the city taking selfies with people. I understand that. But day-night cycles, people have suggested it for months, especially on our videos. Day-night cycle, you play as Bruce Wayne in the day. Maybe you have some detective kind of quests that you do during the day, and then you play as Batman at night when the city is less crowded. There can still be some cars out there. There can still be some people. It could lead to, like, random crimes happening on the city or in the city, stuff like that. Really, really smart ideas for future games needs to be in future games. But for this game, it's just like, it's very, very unbelievable. Bottom line is, this is a really good game. I believe that. I really believe this is a fantastic game in its own right. Is it the best Arkham game? No. Is it my favorite? No. Arkham City, in my opinion, as I've always said, is the best Arkham game, and Arkham Asylum will always be my favorite. I don't really know. I kind of go back and forth between City and Night because I do like so much in Night. It just also has so many glaring problems to the game, and I'm sure there's some. I haven't gone back to play this game in quite some time. I'm sure if I sat down and play it, there'd be many more problems I have with the game. But for now, I'd say, I mean, my personal opinion is this is a really good game. I think it gets a lot of hate. I think it gets beaten down quite a bit. Maybe just like Arkham Origins does, obviously for different reasons, but Arkham Origins has the same kind of problem where it gets beaten and beaten and beaten down, but does it actually deserve it? I don't know. That's up to you guys to decide, obviously. So let me know in the comments below, guys, what did you think of Arkham Knight? How would you review it? What would you give it? How would you rank it? I do also want to do a ranking. I want to wait till the new game. I've been saying this. I want to wait for the new game to get announced to then rank it. I feel like that would be a pretty big video. I want as many eyes on it as possible. So that's going to be a video I kind of want to wait on a little bit. But let me know anything in general that you guys want me to talk about regarding Arkham. Again, with the announcement, hopefully very soon, I'm going to start saying this in all these videos, but here's your sneak preview. Start letting me know what kind of videos you want me to make when the game gets announced, because I'm going to make so many videos, so I want to know kind of the topics you guys want me to do, and I'll make specific videos for you. I'll give you guys like the credit of suggesting it, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what videos you want me to make in the comments below. I'll be saying that in all future videos as well, okay? So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you guys Tuesday and Thursday next week for more Batman Arkham videos.